ahead, B27. Let me show you something. Revelation. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every free and bond, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. For all nations have drunk of the wine of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Greed. Money. But what about you? You have a temple. You have a chamber of light. You have the all-seeing eye, which in many of you has opened. And now that eye must look to the supreme eye. You must look face to face. Let me just show you this in B8. B8. That was the first one, one of the first ones that you opened. Okay. In B8, it says here, right down here, if you lift that up. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. He didn't have to go to a corporation or a company or General Electric or whomever and get permission. There was no patent on anything. We have been searching for the truth. Now the all-seeing eye is upon you. The cosmic eye. Jacob saw the eye personal, but now we all can see the eye in the sky. And as Robert Kirchner said, it's opening its eye. But Jacob said, I have seen God face to face through the pineal. But look what it says in B28. In B28, it's 1 Corinthians 13:12. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as I am known. What? Light to light. You want to take that down, Joe? For you shall know in the light as you are known in the light. And now the great angle of light from Eta Carina is sending down DNA, and the great correction is upon us. And your temple in the winding corridors in DNA. In Revelation 11:1, the seventh angel, interesting, Eta Carina, gives to the observer a rod to measure the temple of God. I want you to just stay with me, because we're almost finished, but I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm going to say now. Okay? It's important to understand. Measuring the temple means to understand the inner workings of the human life force. All right? Why is that? Now, we're going to look at B29. Acts 7:48. The Most High, Supreme Light Being, dwells not in temples made with hands. The Most High dwells not in temple. So the temple then is the mind, where the light dwells. It's inside of you. The inside of you. Okay? Are you with it, Joan? I'm fine. Oh, okay. So the seventh angel gives the observer something to measure the temple. Now, please pay attention to this very, very carefully. This is important. If we'll look at Revelation 11:1, B29, all right? And there was given me a reed like a rod, and the angel said, rise and measure the temple of God and the altar. Now, the temple of God is to be measured. It is to understand the temple of God. And I raise this for a curious purpose. Do you recall when we showed you the overhead about the company who's mapping out the human genome and the number of genes? This is one of the companies that is in to get the patents and all of this stuff. Now believed to be. I want you to look at overhead 134. In overhead 134, researchers, humans have more genes than once thought. Human beings may have twice as many genes. Joan, would you raise that? Human beings may have twice as many genes. Insight Pharmaceuticals, this is one of the companies that is getting patents incidentally, says it estimates Humans have 140,000. Then it comes on here, our data confirms there are 140,000 or so. So, of course, that is one of the significant numbers in the book of Revelation, the 144,000. So our data confirms there are 140,000 or so, and I said, we could take liberty and say it's 144,000, Here we see, now, we read in the Bible that 144,000 are saved, so therefore we're led to conclude that the number 144,000 in the Bible that is saved is the genetic structure that scientists are telling us is about to be rescued out of mutation. So let us see the observer in Revelation and how he measures the temple. Look at this. B29. Revelation 21:17. The temple is going to be measured, okay? Down here. And he measured the wall